Get straight into the pistol round here. Martin, typical position here. Going to take a deep peek on the short. Something a mind freak here. Seemingly aware of the possibility.
And looks like Martin not afraid to particularly show presence. So that's going to be that card removed from the initial start. But again, this to me is just purely, I have to wait and see what we see from these two teams, which sounds silly, right? It almost sounds like obviously that's what you're going to do. But because there's been such a disparity in the way they've looked leading up to this point.
And also taking into account yesterday's performance, right?
Yes, of course.
It's the old, if you can carry that momentum across to today.
Well, I mean, then you've summoned the PRX of old, right? Or the one that strikes fear into every team's hearts, because they are hard to handle. And it looks like Shin's going to be the one to have to try and deal with it. Going to try and depend a little on Magnum too, but he's been already forced away. Pressure on the site, and it's Monnier there. Shin's gone down. The site is somewhat under PRX's hands. Can they confirm it though? Can they get that plant down with any threat? Looks good so far, focusing mostly towards elbow to gain that control. Plants in, time's on their side, but there is presence on long here.
Actually, the flank comes through, two towards long, one still outside Martin here, outside Hookah, and actually Mindfreak going walkabouts here. Going to be punished for that. Magnum giving up a lot of space here, but PRX can't really find it. Thomas, he's already on the defuse. Yeah,
they need to get a challenge on that, and they do. Forsaken knows what he's up against, trying to do the damage, and Monnier is firing off today. That's what you want to be seeing as well. Magnum, the last one alive, trying to play it back in from CT, but they didn't achieve half on the defuse earlier. A tap on the spike will confirm he's no longer on it. Something with that wide swing around. PRX, good beginning here.
Comfortable here. Really, with this flank coming through the TP, I think maybe Carmine are thinking there's two, potentially three bodies. I mean, with a lack of information and Magnum taking such a deep position, there's some real questions about exactly what's going on site.
Yeah. And one of the caveats to me is Monnier. Now, we've seen his performance not quite to the highest echelons yet. He's had some very good games when activated, but I mean, we all noted Benji Fishy calling him out, and then what happened. But regardless, good to see him off to a very strong start. And Mindfreak, yeah, farming. Read it well. Dealing with Magnum and Martin in the very beginning here.
Healing over here.
Just going to be going through the motions. They've already done a great deal of damage. I don't need to particularly over-commit anywhere. Just need to be a little careful on the way back in case anyone's trying to fill that space behind them after the contact towards B long.
Mindfreak does actually give it up here. Narrate going to be played in on the Frank. An opportunity to maybe apply some pressure. Taking the long way around though. PRX will get a clean plant.
And let's see if any of those potentials could come in. Nah, it's looking good. Narrate's been caught. Last two not really entertaining much of an attempt. So Shin and Tomasi going to have to just kind of accept that this is going the way it's going. But again, for PRX, this is good composure shown here in this second round. This should keep all those weapons standing, especially that prized possession in the hands of something. That's the key component to them going forward. And again, you're going to have the likes of that Bulldog still in play as well. A couple of little bits and pieces. Going to really bolster that going into the bonus. And for PRX, this is a good start. Cool, calm, collected. No threats found here. I'm going to give it up to the spike just to ensure none of those orbs could have been farmed on them.
Right there.
Carry across all this weaponry as well, so I think round three very interesting for PRX. Only really Martin will progress towards the ultimate. See whether or not they're going to take a proactive approach here to the defense, take the fight to PRX.
Even the sentence.
A tall order, yeah.
As soon as you say it, it's like, whoa. I want to see if they're up to something with that bonus as well. Do they have something in mind? I hate the fact that there's a player called something because it makes me constantly say it. It's like if he casts big, oh, well, okay, at least he's getting kills with it. And Narrate's just been removed. He got to look at this round and then it was just taken away. Unlucky. And now the sight hit comes in off the back. Already big pressure from Monnier. Gap closing perfectly. Tomasi just massacred. That's perfect! Great work from Monnier. Gets the upgrade, sits back towards Showers. Job done. Those two will need to be saving here. There's no two questions about it.
Well, the question, I guess, if Monnier can carry that form across to today, that explosiveness still remains for sure. Only 2 left. Obviously, Shin and Martin going to give this one up.
Hello? Device face.
A little bit of a something stunned.
Oh, you love to see it.
Another moment where you just wish you had comms.
I know, wouldn't
Yeah.
it be great? Man.
That was a nudge to production. We can't
You're,
see.
you're bold. But yeah, we'll pray. Does Carmine Core get to keep these rifles? I think they will. Definitely no one close enough towards Martin, but just curious if Shin was maybe going to get a challenge on that, but no. All good, no harm, no foul. But for PRX, look at this gap close coming from Monye. The fact he gets away with this, and there was no awareness coming out from Magnum there, just seemingly swept aside by that.
That's the audio we're missing.
Look, we're not allowed fun, all right? No fun allowed. How dare you request it? Oh, it's broken the back of Carmine Core. And if you're the Carmine Core fans out there, right, you're kind of hoping that they came out with a strong start. Maybe correct a little bit, maybe that confidence deficit they would have been playing with after being kind of pushed around. A lot of people saying they've been performing under expectation, which I think is a fair critique. Because there was such high hopes for this team coming out of kickoff, and they looked exceptional, but hasn't quite lived up to that. And again, the pace is unrelenting. Look at this, Monye and something instantly dominating the space, and it's going to force them to respect this. I would say Magnum is a little behind enemy lines, but can he make anything of it?
It's going to be tough. With only a Sheriff in hand yet. Show, yeah, will land.
Are they going? Yeah, the gap closing now. Monye going to be put to test, put to task. Oh, that's rough. Blinded, and Monye just popping off. Yeah, farm him up. Even spotting the right there. Over towards Shybox, this guy's on for it. He's absolutely on the money today.
Any questions you had, Lauren?
Hey,
the opening answered. 5 rounds here, definitely a statement being sent. Carmine Core would argue the MEA counterpart setting them up for failure today, stoking the fire of PRX.
And you're absolutely right, isn't it? You're almost seething if you're thinking about Heretics. Could you have not?
Just play it down a little bit, yeah.
Just relax, be humble, be like the fans on Twitter. Be, you know, how dare you give it, you know?
Neilzinho hate club has just grown exponentially.
Poor old Neilzinho, man. Oh, God bless him. Well, let's see, does, I think it's Martin there on the other side, yep. Lovely early protocols. Again, we often kind of compliment Carmine Core and other teams with that, you know, the protocol list, and oh, you've got Eng in there, you know, you've really got, you know, those glimmers of Gambit, all of that fluff, but you got to give credit where it's due as well. PRX, yeah, they're a little bit more simplistic at times in the way they approach the game. Obviously, mechanically is their high point, but they're still very diligent about any of these clears, always very heads up in their work.
That's the definition of thriving in the chaos. They're able to create it and benefit from it. A few other teams have. Slow down here at least by the poison orb. Snakebite to follow up.
Right there.
Monye chomping at the bit. Taking a very aggressive angle here.
Well, he's had Magnum's number. This time it's Forsaken, but it could have been either. He's absolutely been dominating this site. Now they're going to try and play in a little bit mid-tempo almost. Carmine Core try and take a little bit of space back here, but there's going to be no reason to fear them. They've been sweeping them every time, and Monye is just a demon. You can't get away from him everywhere they go. It's only Shin to bite back so far, and even then, just about converting onto Monye, but there's the back lines. There's still something with that operator. Still willing to take a chance. Does Martin get any more play off this? Couple flashes, but not a lot of time. One close. Yeah, Forsaken not even going to let him get off that spike. PRX in full form here, Mike, and Carmine Core don't have an answer.
No, expecting a timeout pretty soon.
Yeah.
Carmine Core to take stock and maybe come up with a way to really try and control the early round here, because PRX, one of the worst things you can do is give them freedom. Give them space to, you know, do what Monye's doing here. Take really aggro pathing with your satchels. Get up in the faces. And bring the fight to you. It's very hard to sit back and play retake versus a team like PRX for Carmine Core. Martin still sitting on his, but away from the Seekers. Showstop around the corner as well, potentially, for the next buy round for KC.
Yeah.
PRX looking to explore towards B long here. Now, Martin does have a TP, but it's very quickly going to get cancelled out. Yeah, he's cancelled out himself here. A pace change for PRX.
Different site too. We've seen them hammering that A site. A little bit of the stack was in play. Nice from Shin, but just the teeth marks left in the corpse. Down to 4 apiece. A little bit of a pause here. Maybe trying to identify where some of these players may be. They've got to have a good idea.
They're taking the TP, right?
What was that?
They're just in full troll mode here in this anti-eco. Left one posted up here. Mindfreak try and police these weapons. I mean, it's an operator, so you know KC are going to want it. Narrate the first to identify Mindfreak's position. Yeah, KC now.
They're running. They're just
thinking better of it.
I mean, the guy's the Iceman. You know what I mean? You don't mess with that kid. He's just wild. But at this point, you're looking for silver linings and small bonuses. And Magnum has connected towards Divide, but actually going for the Seekers too. They're really committing on this one. Flash's turn. Something's got
found one.
A little bit of a heal here, so ult's going to come in, but they're going to run low on time. Keep your mind towards Monnier as well. Still in the case, still in the mix. He has been a monster so far.
But they didn't know where it was.
He's been outdone. Magnum finds him, and they seemed so confused.
KC were looking towards showers.
They had no idea.
Thrifty.
They get away with daylight robbery on that one.
Well, even at that moment, you're questioning the investment of the Seekers from Magnum, but KC explode back into this retake.
Hey, they needed that, Mike.
Stop the momentum. Potentially, I mean, Martin full commits.
Trying.
Coming out, yeah, Tomazzi, I don't know, maybe the position wasn't relayed, but he's looking towards bench and showers here. Luckily, a second teammate to pick up the slack. All right, gonna get aggressive here. With his bodies. There are plenty down here.
Okay, you said it before, fight fire with fire, and they are setting Monnier ablaze. They're gonna carry on. Martin willing to challenge. They're getting down and dirty. Something has quelled some of that aggression by taking away Martin, but still, they have the man advantage for the first time in what feels like forever.
Fast flank coming through as well. You can see already progress outside of hookah. PRX got to be conscious of that now.
Clearing with both of them. That was fortunate not to be a collat at that point. Very nearby. Narrate needs to be careful because they've already slipped a little ahead. He might have heard Forsaken, and he definitely knows someone's close by, so maybe trying to evade that.
What?
Did
he just stepped out of the cove.
Oh god, and Device right here, they've got no idea!
That's done. Quick break.
Look, you can try and play PRX in their own game, but they are damn good at it themselves. And there was just some audacious moments in that.
I mean, it's one of those moments when Narrate's probably thinking, yeah, it'd be crazy if this guy just walks out of his own smoke or cove or whatever it is. Something able to get I guess, a benefit of timing here, avoiding the boom bot. Unable to get traded because of the dismiss. But Monnier facing the showstopper. You hear the audio cue. It's one of those things. A tale as old as time.
You can do it once, you ain't going to be able to do it twice. Something now holding for this aggression. You can see him chomping at the bit, though. He wants in. Tomasi. That was bold to hold that angle. Again, this is welcome to deathmatch.
Yeah.
Welcome. This is now just.
This is the sort of thing that you want to see from KC. You don't want to see them lose an opening duel and then back up and look to absorb a site hit. That's just not going to work versus PRX. They're allowed to execute onto you. I mean, Mindfreak's going to find himself a wide open A site here. The penny has dropped after Tomazzi's challenge. Again, you can't really fault it. Like I said, Tomazzi's posted up, almost posturing a little bit that, yeah, we're going to fight for this site. PRX at another situation where it's just they're not willing to show any respect.
Spike plant.
Molly here, orbital strike, showstopper, plenty of post-plant possibilities here. I was just wondering actually how quick this flank's going to come through, but yeah, Mindfreak's
got to be aware of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, he dropped the smoke. He's back on it now.
Yeah.
He's going to look to orbital strike just for the dog.
He's
cooked it.
Not ideal in that, and now Forsaken going to play forward. PRX still starting to thrive, coming alive. Divide and Forsaken in unison. Send them packing. Carmine Court are trying. They are trying to play this scrappy game, and it just isn't working for them.
Fortunately here now, I have a lot of scoreboard pressure in this first half, a 6-round deficit. Really seen too much of a switch up here from PRX, but still seemingly a decent read on the early round. Able to punish this aggression down A short time and time again.
They've got to change this scoreline somehow. Otherwise, Carmine Core, their backs will be breaking from the heavy heart just looking at that scoreboard. It's brutal to play against mentally, because you're trying to pick yourself up to be confident, take challenges against a team who are running you down. And again, a little bit of variation coming out from PRX here, looking at trying to adjust towards that B side, or at least an early indication of it. TP committed to, it looks like. Actually, no, going to decide to back away.
Now they're almost faking that they've rotated, creating all this pressure, dumping all this util, but all it is a switch up towards B long. But Magnum's going to sniff it out.
That was good information there in the Seekers, but they are going to go on this. I'm waiting to see Monnier dive in here. They've got to know that Tomasi is still around as well. You can see the Lears there. Martin has found Mind Freak, but they've got the site control. You can already see that they've started to really place their banner on this site. Look for the flanks, look for the pressure on the back lines. We need that plant to come in for at least a little bit of safety for PRX, which they've got right about now. 4v5, it gets dicey.
Three coming through hookah.
Got to invest that little bit of utility to try and keep them further away.
Look at the reflank, though. Look at Device's position.
That could be huge.
He's got to get there quick, though.
Timing, can something hold them back? Can he buy a couple of seconds here? That's all he needs, a couple of seconds. Device done so well. He does catch Shin. Forsaken then called in. It is just methodical in approach. It's a 2v2, but look at the HP. The walk-in wounded, limping towards the site. It's just Magnum left alive, and that is just not going to work out. PRX, just outstanding right now. This is them in final full form in my mind.
They have plans on plans. I mean, it's almost automatic as soon as the Trailblazer comes down long.
Yeah.
PRX know they have to be explosive.
Killed their
Capitalize on that timing, get ahead of the rotation of KC. Again, you can't even really fault. You look at the minimap here, and when PRX freeze on this first wave, the first pressure out towards hookah, KC are immediately rotating it. They know that PRX are trying to find these timings. I think now PRX starting to play with that a little bit.
Subverting expectations.
It's the pressure now. KC is so desperate to get a round win up. They want to be so active around the map that they create these holes themselves.
This is that experience in play again. We can give Eng all the credit in the world.
PRX have done this to countless teams, countless teams.
Best in the world, best in the world through errors at this point, keep in mind. This isn't just, a team that's only done it once during an X stint when, the meta was X, Y, and Z. No, this is a historic team who's been able to do this over a variety of errors.
Look at it now, Shin's smoked
look
down
at
long.
It. Look what they've done to him.
This is all on the back of just the one wall coming through, but PRX might have a mystery here.
Scout destroyed.
There we go. This could be it, but they've got to make it work with very little. Martin's got to be good for it. Spots one, lets him cross. This is huge. The discipline is here, but can he drop the bodies? He can. That's two. A third needed. Not going to get it. They still have a chance here, PRX. They're up against pistols. What is going on? Something just flew in. Narate got a satchel kill. What the hell just happened?
One of the most bizarre MasterCard thrifties you'll ever see. Something seemingly thinking he has double the range with a shorty. Very bizarre. And just after crediting them, this is a total misread of the situation. KC finally able to actually win out in one of those scenarios that I was saying wasn't really suiting them up until now.
Yeah. Operator on, I believe, either side. Yeah, Narate's got his. Something. Gonna go for it too. And now we're in a bit of a state of flux, aren't we? Things are a little bit up in the air. Are they going for those double fakes again? Are they just gonna be, pausing off to take maybe a little bit of space? What are they up to? Lots of question marks. This is gonna put Magnum through the ringer. And already Narate gonna find something, so that's his opposing number basically removed, but the bulk of the hit is coming this way.
So Tomasi didn't actually catch the stun there. Will result in the pick coming out in response. Big ultimate to draw out this early on. Tomasi did actually take some damage there.
He's got to be careful.
Among that exchange. Do have a third member here. Narate has come across with the operator just to hold elbow, yeah.
There.
Problem for Shin. I don't think he's going to take too much damage here and actually rewarded
Tomasi still trying to keep his head down.
It's 10 HP in here.
A little bit of spam, a little bit of a shot going astray is going to at least drop the pit for them. That's a plant now. Mind Freak and Divide. Ult going to be invested from Martin. He's going to try and lead the way. Can he spot these players out? Did he see Mind Freak slip towards elbow? That's the question, because he can try and divide and conquer. The flash is sent, they know it. This is good from Carmine Core, but can they handle him? Yes! Ult upon ult, they are investing everything. And now Divide in a 1v3. Flash still with Martin. That's about it. And yeah, that's clean from Narrate there, that's fine. He'll be happy with that. And they've given themselves a window to work with, Mike. It's not much, but it's there.
Like I said, you come out of this with an 8-4. Feels like a bit of a miracle with how this half kicked off.
Yeah.
KC with a course correction towards the end of this first half. I mean, look at the timeline here. Very, very quick response here from PRX to apply this pressure towards Hookah, but it's the Viper's bit that really slows them down, forces PRX to reconsider their approach. And a crucial 4K from Narrate. Really the superstar, I guess, overall so far here in Madrid. 4KC.
Guy's a standout player. Huge potential. And for an early crunch towards A. PRX maybe waiting for that burst here. Yep, there it is. Something they depended on before. Going back to it again, it was brutal. You saw it before, Monnier really ran rampant, but it was actually Magnum this time to hold him back. This is better, but he's not going to be alone. Narrate's trying to close the gap a little here. Might deny Forsaken, he does. Yeah. Good work. Boombot to follow, but there is a squad of 3 staring him down. The Cove is keeping them safe. Another satchel, another denial. Rotations are coming in. This is great.
It's textbook.
This is really good from Narrate. Again, from that capability before to this, but the rotation, Mike, they're taking the TP. They've got a free site.
Yeah, something's looking for the backstab. Molly will go down. That will cut off any sort of pressure coming back through from Spawn here. Narrate, does he consider the possibility?
He's got to, right? We've seen this.
He's so conscious of taking that TP.
Oh, fight on CT though. Not going to be able to get the follow options there. That is control from Divide. Delivers bullet after bullet perfectly. And now the problems for the final 2, trying to play it back towards the site. Martin looking to try and take control with that operator, look through, see if he can spot someone out, but again, they're playing deep, they're going to make him work for it. Spots something over towards Long, spots Divide, they've seen both of the players. Can they close down on them though? They're not going, oh, they do swing ahead! I mean, it's PRX, and apparently Narrate can see you just fine. Carmine Core just about back in this, Mike.
Something unfortunately locked out of the site here with an SMG. No real possibility for him to get much done, but a beautiful recovery. I hate to say that at an 8-4 scoreline, but a recovery nonetheless for Carmine Core. See if the approach continues here for PRX in the second half. Apply that same sort of aggression once again, Lauren.
Can they keep it up? Can they keep that tempo up? Carmine Core scraping together those 4 critical round to 4. PRX did kick this off with a belting start. No 2 ways to put it, but Carmine Core have clawed their way back. They found a rhythm, they found a solution, and it got them 4 rounds in pocket. But Mike, do you reckon they can hold on to this?
I mean, it depends really on PRX's willingness to apply the same sort of pressure here. No, hang on. I thought he was just satching onto site here. Forsaken with the punish over the top of the truck.
Look at the flank. There's 4
It's so fast.
Tomasi's got to have heard. Yeah, he's heard all of this. He's just trying to keep his head down. Trying not to be spotted. Oh no, he's just eating the paranoia.
He beat into the Lear.
Oh, it's the Lear. Oh no, PRX sweep through them in the blink of an eye. Oh dear.
Flawless.
Absolutely shut down on this pistol round.
Oh, run it back for me one time, because what on earth?
I mean, credit to Forsaken. Not only does he find the kill, but stays alive long enough where this 4-man flank, I mean, isn't really necessary. It's OTT, if anything.
Yeah. Oh, was the Lear coming in, and it just screwed him over, didn't it?
1 enemy remaining.
Just peeks out. Device still back here because he's dogged through. The Trailblazer comes through, opens up the first 3 players of PRX to come in. Tomasi just peeks out of the wrong second.
Satchel out.
Got a force. Coming through. Something. Oh, the judge. Devastating. I know there's going to be more pressure, but he's down low, so he's got to be a little bit careful on the HP. Martin is already back by his side, but something still doing damage, gets the heal off, and goes in for more! Carmine Core just about staying alive in this. Give themselves just a little bit of safety to get a plant.
Flank once again from short. You see it's been pinged out here. The awareness is here from KC. Magnum reflanking it. Monye, he doesn't catch them though, ahead of the smoke falling.
This timing could be awful. Yeah, that's Monye dead. There's nothing he could have done. Mind Freak now. Sitting pretty. What can you do against 3? 2 towards Lamps. There's too many bodies there. Carmine Core. There we go, finding a little bit of an answer there for themselves, but I was a bit worried that, honestly, something's judge was going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's scrappy as anything to kick this off. Something, again, I don't know what range he thinks he has with shotguns. He's jumping out here trying to find another kill. A round 2 flip here for KC.
Nice! Let's go, boys. Insane comeback starts now, yeah?
Okay.
Well, he's called it.
All right.
He's called it.
God, why would you say that? That's literally how you just get swept.
So, we've had so many caught in 4K moments at this event.
Oh dear. Oh.
It's Martin to fall first.
No.
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, no. It's fine. It's fine. They've got 2 Vandals.
So, yeah, massive equipment advantage here.
Yep. Yeah.
Monye and Forsaken understand the shotgun range a little better than something.
He's just ambitious. He's just a little ambitious.
You can't fault ambition.
No. Oh, there you go. Now there's the pause because you can see that
KC are kind of stunned here, yeah.
They're just like, what the hell's gone on? Because they don't have a beat on the rest of the map either, right? Like the A site's completely unknown. There could be a flank on the way. They have no clue.
Well, these are the sort of compositions that this sort of playstyle from PRX does run rampant. With no Sentinel, there's so many question marks.
The Bucky. How does one feel about the Bucky?
I mean, if they're playing in long, they know to try and avoid the danger zone here, but Monye, chance to make something happen potentially here. I mean, he's inside the smoke. He's got the paint shell out. You can deny the plant at least.
I just feel like something's going to go wrong. I've just got a weird feeling. Okay, went to
Tomazi eats that.
Center of tube. Heal considered, but they don't really have the foundations for. Oh god! No, 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 no! The Bucky! Monye's on the side. Surely not. Shin and Magnum, please. What's going on?
Player standing.
Monye isn't going to get away with this. Nah, I'm not going to do it. Magnum there grips hold of the round.
Thank God the right click of the Bucky is useless now because Shin's down at 8 HP.
Oh, I got scared.
There's a timeline where those right clicks are one-shotting Magnum.
Beaming him. We're good, we're good. This is fine. Something is such a nuisance as well. You can see him just playing out perfectly.
The timing of this first kill as well.
Nice from Magnum. Oh, done to him. After almost being cursed in the pre. But we do see the buy coming out now. This could be huge.
Seeker's available here for Carmine. Other side of things, something. Let's have his ultimate. Early showers control for KC. We're expecting more aggression. I mean, 30 seconds in, seems like it's going to come, and Divide is the one with the punish here.
Martin was able to scrape by with one, but the pressure isn't just on one side of the map, it's everywhere.
Oh my God. Why have you lined that up?
I don't, I felt it. I got, what the hell is this game? Okay, so Tomazi has space on B, right? He's got them B site.
Problem is Shin has about as much HP as he did last round.
Oh God.
Tomazi trying to make something work, make this a little more comfortable. Shin will fall as well. PRX double digits now.
3 of them left with rifles. They can bolster that buy around it as best they can, but this crunch, it wasn't just here though. Again, run your mind back, it was also Monye at the same time taking this space, and it just completely caught off Narrate.
One enemy remaining.
You say don't die, Fish? You say don't die?
Because again, it's like you see what, 3, potentially 4 people on this showers pinch. You're like, yeah, B's got to feel a little easy right now, guys.
Like, go.
Yeah. It's all encompassing from PRX. And their ability to punish defaults like this it's just, it's tough to watch, but at the same time, it's beautiful.
Oh, it is. And the question is, how much can Forsaken hold
Look
on
at
to? He's
Fountain.
being hounded, yeah, because the hunting squad is on the way, but they've completely lost the A side. Fortunately, he's going to be trying to keep himself alive. Forsaken outplays Martin perfectly, but Narrate is there to try and keep this in their favor. The spike's in CT. What?
They didn't check close right.
Tomasi played in off the back of that. Now position noted, but that spike's still in CT. They might make a run for it towards B. They don't know yet. They don't know how this fight's going to favor. How does it tip the scales? You still have Monnier in this position. What is this round? And what is that shot?
How's he getting 2?
He shouldn't be getting 2.
He's got Seekers to deal with as well. Mindfreak's here as well. It's an
no
open
idea.
plant.
They have no idea.
One enemy
Death
remaining.
creeping around the corner as Narrate now called upon. This guy is damn good, but he is going to need a worldy round here. Oh,
This could
maybe
be
he's got it. Paint shell back on Divine. Dipping down, has to slip away. And now Divine, the 1v1, no flash, nothing. 5 bullets. Oh, and Divine's got him. Devastating after Narrate was this close to getting KC back in this game, but it is going to be 11 carved on the board for PRX.
Trading blows now back and forth. I mean, this is just ridiculous. And the fact that Mindfreak's in a position here to punish Shin. Narrate, unfortunately, again, it feels like this is a free site. So he has the time and the space to get towards long, find a more comfortable angle. Heartbreak for Narrate.
God, he tried.
Who almost made that happen.
Such a volatile game between these two.
Yeah.
Like, normally in these rounds, my mind drifts a little, but there's still Stingers out, there's still Sheriffs, there's still a couple of ults that could potentially come into play.
Seen both teams capitalize in rounds like this. I mean, Monya's here with a judge.
Our spike carrier's down.
Mindfreak's just farming
Down B.
on B side.
Oh dear.
Buried.
Can't wait for the replay of that one. What the hell just happened?
It was a Prius moment.
Yes, classic.
Well, we might see the end of the round, though.
Last
Poor
player
Forsaken.
Okay.
Sharp to it. Magnum now left to try and recover. He's got another
Okay,
one.
hold
A
on.
third on the round for him.
Yeah, it's been enough to call in the ult, right? Like, this is enough.
Can he
for
get
the-
through? He slipped through to
He
spawn.
has?
They haven't spotted him. They didn't actually see him on the cross.
That's huge. It gives him a little bit of time, right? Like, it's not a lot, but it's enough that he might be able to get a plant down. They have no idea. He could be an elbow by them. You know, they have no idea where he is. This is massive for Magnum.
What position does he take up? He's going to push
go
back
on.
towards spawn. And actually, PRX are splitting. He might have timing here on something.
But does something slow down? Does he wait? Does he try and play this out? He's going to note Forsaken, obviously. He doesn't know about something yet, so he's going to have to just make the best educated guess he can. Is this a good enough position? That might almost help him a little. Something does have full kit, though, so that Lear,
Feeling safe.
he's going to know it now. Which way? You've got to gamble. Did something note him? He's looking this way. Magnum, can you clutch this up? Can you do what Narrate couldn't? You got one to the right, one to the left. He can't do it. Forsaken there. Well played by PRX. That is 12.
Map point on the board. Right down to the wire once again. KC still,
point.
I mean, scoreline aside,
Yeah.
keeping these rounds close, Lauren.
Yes.
Like I said, trading blow
here it
for
was.
blow here.
Enemy down. Ready.
Oh.
Yeah, farming. Farming
Nice.
hookah. Purchase will come back for Carmine Core. Showstopper to work with. One away from the pit, 2 off the Seekers, so some tools potentially here. Can they keep map 1 alive?
Get this patient start. Cautious. Because we have seen that PRX will run 3 men down down B long, but we are seeing Monnier this time actually pushing up towards A short, holding that judge. How long does he stick around? I think he's siding against committing towards it. Divide.
Scout destroyed.
Not actually relinquishing the angle. Stuck around on that, deciding not to fall back. There are 2 players behind him, Forsaken being one, and Mindfreak the other.
KC almost trying to bait out a rotation, much the same as PRX did. But the regress here from Hookah could be rewarded. They might even have time in here. KC have turned their backs.
This is a disaster in the making. They have no idea.
No, he's looking back.
Great turn, but it doesn't matter. The executioner's here. Mindfreak gonna make something out of that. 2 big kills found, but they have a player advantage for Carmine Core. 3 to the 2.
They have a pit to work with, though. Tomazi can lock down this site. Monyet going to be able to find an upgrade here. Something's got ahead of the smoke.
He's in, and he's got one. Martin's gone. He couldn't do any more, but he's bought enough time for at least Monye to get close by, get a rifle into his hands. One on sight, one towards
Oh my God.
Monye unleashing fury, but he couldn't find Tomasi. Carmine Core live for another round. Barely alive, but they do it.
2 examples of that energy being their downfall. A little overzealous. The approach from both Something and Monyet. Punished here. KC will find their 7th.
One enemy remaining standing.
Regardless, so they are both looking absolutely electric.
Reminds me of Mini. Do you know what? I miss Mini.
I do miss Mini.
I wish we could bring him out to these events, you know what I mean?
Just still get him on a React camera.
Oh god, yeah, that'd be great. I think that's just called a watch party, but still, he's not figured that one out yet, which is great. So maybe we can still steal him. As it stands though, PRX still on the very verge of tipping the scales. This round though, they are coming in less equipped. They do have Stingers, Sheriffs. They still have that rifle on Something.
I mean, tools to work with as well. Showstopper potentially if Monyet finds a kill.
You've almost got the full deck of ults on the other side though, right? You've got everything there. There's a full play stack.
Here.
Now, traditionally, we've seen a couple of variations, but it's mostly Divide playing towards long, so maybe just him showing his hand isn't going to give away too much. That, however, should ring a couple alarm bells, maybe hoping to catch him a little further up towards long, but Carmine Core patiently waiting.
Dog, not sure how many it would have spotted there. Seeker's in response here from Magnum. Everybody huddled towards his position. Smoke's about to drop here. Monyet caught in the open. Catch Forsaken as well.
Still
traded.
Bit of damage here, and Device still around. Wait for Something though. He's the final boss, and TP comes in. Yeah, nice work from Carmine Core. Quick pivot. Something is trying to hunt them at a similar pace. He is getting to spawn. He might get around the back of Shin here, depending on the timing, but still, they're going to get the plant. I don't think anyone's close enough to stop that now, so that's going to go down. But the back line, who wins this out?
I think he's going to catch Shin here. Orbital Strike committed.
Divide goes down. Mindfreak did get the trade, but look at this. Something now getting closer. We're down to 2 on either side. Mindfreak still only with that Sheriff, but it might be enough. Martin waiting in showers. He's going to take down Mindfreak. It's all on one. Something. Can he make something out of this? An incredibly hard round to try and break back into now with these positions.
Turn back into the flash. No swing from Martin.
Double swing. Yeah. Lovely, lovely work there in the post plant from Carmine Core. They're keeping this game close, Mike. They're building back now.
They're springing their step. 4 rounds still separate them. Frugal from both sides here in terms of investment of ultimates. Surprised to see the Orbital Strike come out there. PRX must have felt pretty good about things. Alex, not so much.
Penn took a beating.
Yeah. But ultimate's still available. Seekers and the Showstopper being the headliners for PRX. Still got that pit for Tomazi. Martin now try and fish out some information here on A site.
Let's see. He's blocking him. Just spotted him out there. How much can he get away with though? Can he slip through towards CT? But all eyes on him, but it's Narrate from up above. Taking down Forsaken and Something. Sights now open. Martin not going to be able to convert that kill, however. And they're getting quite paranoid at the flank. They're going to pop the ult as well on top of it. Viper's pit to try and secure this. Monyet with the first man forward, but Narrate with the spray just connects well. This might be enough.
A Showstopper gone. PRX's opportunities now dwindling. You can see that. Now to consider the save here. So well coordinated. The value amongst these two, Narrate and Martin, to relay this information. Right, the sort of Yoru execute that PRX famed this sort of composition for. A taste of their own medicine here. Won't be able to string together much of a purchase after this. But 2 rifles nonetheless. Mindfreak and Divide carry across into the next.
Good to see this man starting to really heat up here. His first half was, you know, fine, but this, they're already towards the top of the board here. Just one kill behind Monnier, who's on 19s. Looking to see if they're up to anything, if we're seeing that stack anywhere. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if something goes walkabouts. Him joining them over towards B might be somewhat indicative of it, but again, just kind of scraping together a buy to try and even out the economy a little bit, getting what they can. Something's been a little off on his purchases in that regard, but still, Martin trying to test. He's going to get himself the orb there. Patient beginnings. Does that TP get taken on the other side as well? Looks like it might be if they do spot a player, but as it stands, it's only Martin considered.
Was faking a little bit here, but that should be very indicative of what's going on. KC can read that correctly. Still happy to let the clock tick away. So they might pivot back towards an A site hit here. A deep smoke from Mindfreak, potentially slowing things down. Nothing going to be found off the showstopper except for information. KC now dial up the pace towards A.
Yeah, they've got to get moving and they've got to clear. Done by Narrate. That's a tick in the box. Now can they take towards the side? Mindfreak is waiting. Quick little heal, going to get them topped up here. Flank is on the way, but that's going to be watched. Shin is on flank duty. He's got to catch Monnier. CT has the rest of the team coming back through. Martin clears Mindfreak. And now Divide, something shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, he spotted him, Monnier saw him.
Spotted. He's going to be able to... Did he just get seen on the other side?
Yeah, he got seen on the other side.
Okay, so still, that's threat noted. Monnier should be dead here. Yeah, three-man squad waiting for him. Done. Quick turn of attention because look who's on the side. Device now here. Tomasi handles it well. Something can do nothing about this. Too many bodies, too little time. Carmine Core.
Flawless.
They're back in the game. Double digits made. Maybe OT is now on the horizon.
Win out this buy round here. I mean, especially with the showstopper being invested. This PRX just is itching to make something happen in this round.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, it'll be tough behind this. That could give KC access to overtime.
Nice, let's go, boys. Let's go!
Forsaken, one of his ultimate, something, Empress.
Cutting through.
Nothing else really here. With the TP from Shin.
Scatter.
Well, the TP from Shin's going to get right behind this.
Spike.
He's committed to it.
Spike! No! Tomasi and
Spike down, B.
Martin get caught on the cross. That could be it. That Spike is in a disastrous place. Shin doesn't get noted by the flash, but they're so aware. Monnier sweeps back through.
Oh, it's just one of those rounds where PRX decide to walk on you. Round 23, by the way. That's just ridiculous. You let your foot off the gas for a minute.
A second. You thought maybe, oh, we could just cross up towards Hookah. Nope. No, you absolutely couldn't. And that might be the start and the end of this map. That Spike being lost there. Because they can go back to their default.
I mean, I love the way the PRX have just disengaged from this as well. So they know KC have so many question marks here. If they have to shift walk around the entirety of the map, now got the Spike, 40 seconds left, and limited options.
It looks like Narrate be a problem, pull rotation, and pray that Magnum can outdo Forsaken. He's got one flash and a slow rotation coming his way from Monnier as well, so he's in a real pickle here. Forsaken has the angle, and he's got the shot. Spike now left, it's all on one. Narrate, can you do anything? Monnier is getting audacious, but PRX get to 13 and claim map 1.
Some dedication towards keeping that here.
Yep.
But it's the Astra. You can switch Mindfreak and Monnier between. If this is just something that they pulled out after not being happy with the Lotus here in Madrid, a real head scratcher here to see how much is really going, because Astra has a lot of utility. Obviously, open up the possibilities, especially on a map like Lotus, a 3-site map. PRX early on probe towards B, but really catch wind of anything on the other side of that. Magnum will spot out the rotation. Yeah, no real progress towards site here, and KC a little bit disconnected from B once again. Looks like PRX going to follow through this time.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Forsaken's in a bit of a tricky position, but Monier's got the shot on lock. Going to take down one and Forsaken with a follow-up. PRX just brawl out on the site and win out on the site. Heartbreak for KC there as Narrate just drifting on through. How does this happen?
Got a beautiful setup here. The paint shell posted in between the two mollies, placed on site. I mean, it's good to really get Eng's insight there, call it insight, saying really, what do you do? How can you prep? There's not an awful lot you can do other than the age-old kind of play your own game sort of approach. But then when you come out here and there's a different composition, there's another set of question marks. Whether or not PRX really even rely on these agents to excel in terms of utility or continue to run it down. Forsaken and something on your front line, you've got to feel very confident regardless of who's on what behind that.
We're looking for that 4-play stack here. Feels like that flash was enough that PRX don't like what they're seeing, and it's actually quite well timed that they drift away. They will have a completely open A site. They'll note the lack of utility after last round Magnum was there. I mean, it's not the biggest indicator, but now the fact that Forsaken has gone to the back of the site should give it away. Narrate, though, outdoes him with the classic. I do not know, but he'll be happy enough with it. Aren't going to come down now, down to the 4. It is just classics as well for KC. There's nothing beyond that. There's not a frenzy, there's not a ghost, there's nothing. It is purely classic, so something going to take up the test now as well.
I think they're a little bit conscious, yeah, who's post off on Heaven. Now identifying the judges there. Don't expect too many bodies to funnel in this way. Narrate punished on the second.
Well, Monier's going to buy some time.
Yeah, a lot of time bought here.
And something's on the case here, just prowling on the edges of those smokes. Opting to try and clear, to farm through, to try and hunt down these final players. But Magnum again with a connection. Can they make this really costly? It looks like they're going to try and exit through CT, which is the right call. Monier going to double around, spots him out. But hey, Carmichael making this, cost a little bit. Mind Freak and Divide do manage to escape. That Bulldog's still in play.
I mean, I think they only lose the judge, though, if I'm not mistaken.
They just got taken back in too, but yeah.
Didn't see exactly what the purchase was, but regardless, something straight onto the operator. So another question mark in the mix here for Carmine Court. Doesn't really even have the benefit of having the Blade Storm kind of on the brink. So has to make this work. Has Devi got anything? Oh, well, Sheriff now. Drifting really deep onto this angle very early on. No resistance from KC on the other side, unless Magnum was spotted.
Yeah, he was jump spotting that corner earlier.
Yeah.
But, that might have to be taken away from the repertoire. I'm worried that someone else might be giving it a go. Narrate's very nearby to this. They've noted that operator. No bullets have been fired, but if they'd seen anything, you can't do it. You can see them trying to toy with it. Daring anyone to try and peek a little further forward, but no one is. Good control being shown by Carmine Court. Mind Freak getting very close. Should have been considered here by Narrate, and he has been. They're really putting bodies behind this.
A gap towards B here, but Spike not committed either way. So PRX might resort to that now. I mean, it's only really Shin that's going to be able to cause any issues on the way in here. Narrate slowly creeping closer and closer.
Still not noting this operator.
I mean, Spike still not committed either.
They're looking for a pick, but look how deep Carmine Core are sitting. They're not playing PRX's games right now. Right cool as well. Re-smoking and the Spike trying to make it across. Does anyone catch it in the heels? No, but something's cleared so deep here. They've got to be careful of door. They've got to be careful of the flank, considering how far something is cleared towards CT.
Spike planted.
Really doing, unfortunately, now a lot of questions. For KC, need to figure this out pretty quickly.
A real exchange of utility here as the retake starts to build up. Something rattling off a couple of shots, but Forsaken in a fantastic position as well. If he can hold this down, he can become such a thorn in their side. Try and maybe double up here with something, but there is the push. And look at these shots just going astray. Can Monnier do anything in a 1v3? Carmine Core flooding the site, and he just can't find it. They put bodies in the right places. They time it well. They swing back through.
This is one of those situations I was crediting on the first map, really. PRX will keep pushing. You give them that space, but KC are playing in spawn. They're still in buy phase with 20 seconds left on the clock here.
Yeah.
There.
Well, a really, really well-coordinated retake. This is after there's a gravity well to slow things down just inside Link. Don't leave him hanging. Don't leave him. Oh, no.
Oh.
Another 4K moment. It's a vibe killer.
Vibes down.
Yeah.
Game's lost.
Yeah, it's wraps.
Let's go, Mike. Pace change, looking like. Committed control towards Mount this time as well. And yeah, look at this. Very pacey. Gonna get the first real glimpse of this C site. Hadn't tested too much. And again, KC gonna evacuate. Why would they stick around? They've heard enough of this. Don't need any more of it. That's gonna be a plant. But look at that big flank coming out from Monnier. His timing could be critical. They need to hold a fair amount of this space for it to really come to fruition.
Looking to be a nuisance in the backlines here. This is not a good face-off, an operator versus a judge. Actually, Monnier pulls the trigger at just the right time.
Love seeing something swing as well, just to make sure it goes their way, and the last two being herded. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Narrate gonna try and bully his way past, but it's not just one. The whole team's gonna be here. Something gonna be careful, doesn't want to lose the operator, but they're hunting him down now. The hunter becoming the hunted as Tomasi falls. And it looks like that operator's made its way out, at least until now. The door, was it broken earlier? I believe it was. Something holding. That's the finest angle. Trying to get away, Narrate. Gotta be careful though, there is the rest of the squad here now. And PRX with that pace change, working out that C site.
A couple of uncharacteristic misses here from something. If you're gonna continue to invest behind that operator.
Too easy. Too easy.
Really well coordinated here, Monnier. And that potentially is the game plan for him on the Astra. Just be very disconnected from some of these site hits. Again, that's the real benefit. If you can create this space, and KC are happy to concede it. You have something like Monnier getting behind a lot of these plays. Okay, some real issues here. Forsaken finish on the first hit. KC looking to get the hell out of dodge.
You just can't aim duel against these guys. You just, even in a fair fight. And in the meantime, not only did they get the pick towards C, they've already started to make that progress towards A. Obviously, much better off in the weaponry and going to be rewarded. Monnier going to be overwhelmed though. Magnum going to get one back. That could be a weapon potentially recovered. Something on the case to keep control of it, and that's going to allow time for the plant to come in. Narrate still has that rifle, but that's about it. Beyond them, Stinger in play. Oh, that's rough. Not what he wanted there. Not what they wanted at all.
There.
Something gets pinged off that as well. Forced back off that angle, but KC still need to get through this choke point.
I don't know what they got to go with. Prowler's already sent down. They got to just go for it, and Magnum outdoes something. Those misses starting to make a bit of a problem. Forsaken going to find one, but Force. Narrate holding this down. Can he do this? Can he really pop off here? 3 would be exceptional. He gets it to halfway. Oh, but Defy just... Oh, my God, he's got him! This time he gets his 3. Missed it on the first, but makes up for it in the second map here. The Red Bull clutch by his side.
What a swing back for KC. It's all but done when they get held in this choke point.
One enemy remaining.
Magnum with a stinger outdoes something. Like I said, another miss coming through here.
Got to be kidding me.
Narrate, I think as soon as he identifies he's landed that headshot. Alex, probably not too happy about some of the overcommits here from this post plant. Not at that point where you can just swing onto them, run the clock down, force another 2 or 3 seconds off the defuse. Narrate, though, flipping it on its head.
This early mountain challenge has not been going particularly well for KC. However, this time, do have a little bit more, but does he get caught? Magnum going to find Monnier. That was over towards the A side of the map, so this could be working out. Oh, not at all. Actually, Martin going to spot the feet of Forsaken. It's going to be him eliminated, and that's 2 picks on either side of the map. You couldn't ask for a better start if you're Carmine Core.
Looking to flash through here, but doesn't even catch. Martin unaffected.
Spike down. Here.
The paint shell's perfect as well. To slow Mind Freak down.
Last player standing.
Oh,
Martin's
Martin.
having a go at things now.
Ult's ready.
Yeah, starting to have a round. Something looking to make up for what has been a dreary start for him. And that's not a bad way to begin it. And suddenly they're on red alert. This went from, okay, take a fight to, hold on, it's still something. Let's relax here a little bit. There's 2 players on CT. And he wants that. He wants to take that space. Does he? He's trying to work out if there's enough time maybe for a plant here. 35 seconds. He's causing them maybe a second or 2 of doubt. The plant's something that he
30
wants.
seconds left.
No one's playing his tune though. No one's playing to his game.
Problem is, with Shin still alive, opportunity to smoke off here, so he has to dig his heels in. Can't really reset towards Mound with an open plant.
He needs
To have
to
the
pick.
Blade Storm, he needs to pick early.
And if Carmine Core is as disciplined as we've credited them, they shouldn't give him that. There should never be an opportunity.
Smoke causes issues.
Yeah,
Can you see
there we
under
go.
it?
He could
No,
have.
he can't.
I thought he might have had a little bit of a pixel there, but trying to play to the edge of it. And now they're grouping up. Oh my god, he's got the pick. Hold on! This is game on. Something is too much! Carmine Core, keep that control. Keep that heads-up work. Playing together and getting the defuse. Scoreline all even.
You see again winning out in the early round. Very early pick onto Monye. Really hinders that sort of slow play towards a post plant.
There.
Martin though, looking really crispy with the operator here.
1 enemy remaining.
Something unfortunately overwhelmed a little bit here. After finally managing to get the plant down, we'll see an early timeout from PRX. See, Alex wasn't too happy in one of the post plants.
Needed, but to change it at this point is I mean, it's a credit to PRX to be able
If the
to do
answer
it,
is to just
but
get Forsaken on Raze.
I mean,
That's
it has worked to an extent. Maybe you have to see how that works out now, as it looks a simplistic start, but a great paranoia actually should facilitate them to the site. I don't think much is going to stop them here, apart from their own paint shell, but even then, something fancies his go of it. Going to get in there with a stinger. And look at this tempo change. Look at this. No plant, but they've drawn out the lockdown so early. Now going to go for this. Divide's going to go through.
Yeah.
And Martin's the one to find Monye, so that lurk's been removed, and they're going to dive on in.
Oh, he didn't get caught with the stun! The
That's
showstopper's
2.
huge!
That's 2. 3 in the round. 2 off the rocket, and now Martin, can he do any more? He's feeling it. He wants more. He's chomping at the bit. He wants them dead. Magnum going to take down Forsaken, but one more. Can one man do something? Has to watch as the defuse comes in. And Carmine Core all too prepared for this.
What a round for Martin again. The finest of margins to get past that Trailblazer. I'm not even sure. Did he pick up an empty stinger at the end then? Where it looked like there's a little bit of a delay, but again, KC figuring out exactly what PRX want to do with Monye on the Astra.
There.
The thing is what's the second layer to these post plants? If it is kind of tailor-made around Monye, buying time, PRX aren't really achieving what they need to make that work.
Martin and Shin, and good to see Martin finding a bit of comfort here. He's been not quite to the extent of what we saw online, or at least I say online, in the kickoff tournament. He was very much, not, I wouldn't say headline, you'd give that to Narrate, but he was right underneath him, very close by. Good to see a little bit of that form starting to really kick in here for him. And a quick adjustment for PRX, eyeing up that A site after an early test towards Mount. And away they go. Forsaken going to be cut off at the door, though. And a quick adjust. Looking to potentially pressure. Maybe gets the timing right on this. They are all going towards CT.
And for Narrate here to post the Nightfall.
I'm waiting to see that pressure
Yeah,
come back
Spike's
through.
still not planted.
No, and something is screwed. Magnum clears him with ease, and Forsaken finally strikes. But the rest of the team took a moment to back away, but it's Narrate on the punish towards Monye. They're losing out on numbers. Forsaken can only find so much impact, surely. They need to scramble away from here. The pit might almost act as a
30
hindrance, because
seconds left.
Mindfreak
Yeah.
can hold this.
Now there's massive question marks outside this, but it's all 4 members of KC.
They're flying through! Martin finds Mindfreak, and that spike is over on C. It's going the longest way possible. So you're gonna need Forsaken to find so much.
10 seconds left. Divide will get Seekers off this. Still has a
10
flash to
seconds
work
left.
with.
Forsaken needs so much here. He's going to hear him
I've got your
this time
track.
shine. He's
Player
good for
standing.
one, but Martine was so quick with the response. Divine next. In line here. Jump on the first to draw the fire. Falls back. Flash. Buys a second. They've still got to clear him. Does he get noted? Yes, he does. Oh, he's dead to rights. Carmine Core showing diligence now, starting to really get a grip on PRX.
This is rough. Timing a little off. I guess the synergy a little off between Divine and Forsaken here.
Yeah.
Forsaken commits to that early peak. He has the showstopper. You almost want them to come into this choke point here.
Grenade!
Out towards KC's spawn. Maybe a little bit lost in comms there, but beautiful recovery from KC. It looked like they were
Remaining.
going to lose out initially, but
Break the eye, Damas!
Narrate's ultimate really the one to give them access back onto A side. I'm carrying on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There.
You?
There's some temptation, but no, you're right, because look at this start. Look at Forsaken, right off the rip,
Fire in there!
trying to get the Oh! Shuts Forsaken the hell up. Not even going to get a voice line off, let alone the ult. And now what do? They've lost out on that early chance. You're down to 4. Something's position's going to be noted. Already early rotation from Narrate. And this map just doesn't look kind to PRX now, Mike.
It doesn't. KC definitely in control here at the tempo this first half. Magnum will potentially be called upon, spotted here on the cross, something. Maybe the dash across though, unscathed so far. One will be uncontested. One yet disconnected once again.
Shadows traveling.
He's been read so often though. He's playing very late here. Exceedingly late. So putting a lot of faith in the boys on the side. They can hold back this flood that's coming in right about now. 1-for-1 trade, but it's not enough considering they're down to 2. Narrate sweeping through. Mind Freak bites right back. And now Monye needs to come forward here. Needs to be part of this. Narrate down low. Mind Freak toying with the TP. Monye can't hit the shot on the cross, and now it's all on Mind Freak! Shin! What a way to come back in, Carmine Core! Get the job done. They are starting to really tip the scales here, Mike.
PRX really struggling. I mean, this almost has sort of echoes of the approach Fnatic had versus PRX on this map. Concede all the space, happy to play the retake, and PRX were just left scratching their heads in that series. Carmine Core look like they've taken a leaf out of that book.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, typically you credit for PRX's ability to convert space into success. And this sort of play style, not really the approach to make, but PRX really struggling.
They are.
Second time out called, round 10.
Says quite a lot, just that in a fact, right? So, again, when we talk about this map-wise, it did sit quite nicely with Carmine Core.
With the TP for Shin. Free off the showstopper. Again, Martin not really been relying on that too much with how he's been hitting. Equator definitely a more valuable investment in his hands than something so far. Bit of a pace change here. PRX, no secrets about this on the way in. No slow creep.
First time it feels like all 5 are actually working towards something. Normally Monye was disconnected, but this time I'm playing somewhat close to the pack here. Plant's going to come in. You can see Magnum creeps a little closer. Prowler going to come through. They know Narrate's nearby. Tomasi still up. Flash there. Something trying to play ahead. Does really well with that. Takes down Tomasi and wants a bit more, but he's not going to be able to get back up that rope here. Forsaken going to be forced away as well, but they're still trying to stand their ground. Almost belligerent in approach, but it's Divine to find Magnum. Forsaken to answer one right back. Can they sweep the site? Narrate, what you got for us now? You pulled off a 1v3 before. This is a lot, though. And he ain't got much time with this one.
We're going to try and hold on to the opera. Oh, hang on. Still got back down rope here. PRX think he's saving. Oh, I mean, there's a star down regardless on the spike.
Oh.
Looking to do some further damage to the economy, but I think running the risk, he should be safe to get out here. Don't think he's got time to get back in and get that operator, so PRX, a slight adjustment in pace coming out of the timeout. Get themselves a round win. Yeah, we haven't seen this sort of play coming out so far. I think the real thing to notice is PRX have forced back in their shells a little bit.
Which is strange.
Yeah,
right?
again, you can read this pretty well. It's like, yeah, as 5, they're sitting back, they're in CT, they're getting ready to retake. Usually PRX will be like, cool, let's send 2 people in there. Let's throw a flash in there. Let's get a little deeper, but we haven't really seen that.
That could have been one of the timeout. Okay. You are lucky to be alive, Forsaken. That looked like it was about to be Raps and Mod. Come on! Still good for it. They're just taking straight up aim duels. They're standing here and fighting.
I've got your trail.
Which team is which? It almost felt like it was PRX doing that sort of stuff.
Shin, you gotta be careful.
9 HP.
Spike drop.
And he was the last line of defense on this A site. A quick TP, but look who's reading it. Magnum. Great.
Oh my
reader.
God.
No idea. Magnum just reads him like a book.
I mean, there's almost an eternity that passes after these Seekers identify where Magnum is.
This is tough. Shin's vulnerable, but now you've got Magnum with his entirety of his setup here. Spike, his position. Devi can't cross this without being spotted. This could be the
56
giveaway.
HP as well. Yeah.
There it is. Paranoia getting prepped. A little bit of
30
free
seconds
fire, but it
left.
doesn't really matter. Yeah, bye-bye. Devi. Gonna go for the dog here. Couldn't quite close the gap, though, noting that they'd fallen away from that close angle, but he's got 20 seconds. I think he knows this one. Yeah, just going to slip through the fingertips here.
I'm not sure if I missaw that, but I thought the Seeker went to the left. It's invested from rubble. Obviously,
10
Shin
seconds
took
left.
a ton of damage inside tree, but I'm not sure if we're going to get a chance to see that on the replay, but the timing's just way off here. I believe if the door's broken, yeah, Magnum's broken the door. So I don't know if that information's just lost in the exchange or what. But a real gamble
Last
to
round in the
take this
half.
TP all the way towards C site.
Well, if we do have any replay of that, it may not be the case.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what happens here because I was focused on it. Well, I've missed it there.
Yeah.
I know Shin took a ton of damage inside tree. Maybe they're thinking, yeah, we've tagged up the A-site player, so surely Magnum's going to commit towards helping his teammate.
Right, yeah. The critical issue there. Hey, oh, Magnum! They're just taking mad challenges! Carmine Core, this is very out of character, but it's worked very well. Completely surprising PRX with a change of pace, taking a somewhat late duel over by Mound. And it worked very well for themselves. Shin on fire, they're taking down Devi. Monye noted. There, nowhere to run. Nowhere to run on that. Carmine Core. You've seen real different shades of this team in this half alone.
Yeah, and winning out in that sort of round where PRX are looking to get feisty, get up in your face, take an engagement.
Squashed.
And KC happy to throw bodies on the line.
Let's go! Let's go, boys! Energy into it.
Definite, yes, energy booster,
Yes.
confidence booster for Carmine Core.
And now a chance to listen to one of the players who's really stepped up here, Martin.
And straight it in the second half here, but it feels like in the mid round, these slow drawn out rounds where KC are happy to concede space, not use any utility, they're always going to win out. You see, now Carmine Core are going to approach.
Calling my bot.
Get themselves up Mound pretty quickly. The rest of PRX making their way past rubble right now.
Cool.
Looking for Monyet to just disconnect, but Martin down to 20 HP already.
He's trying to stay maybe a little postured just to look a little more threatening than he is by a couple more seconds, but
I mean,
that flash should be noted.
It's an open path, so KC looking to potentially reset towards Mount, but actually no, they're pushing spawn.
Again, the turret's been dealt with quickly. They should have an idea that everyone's here. They've seen 3 different pieces of utility, and they're just going to flood CT. But already something's going to catch Shin. Can they try and disrupt these final players? There's going to be a playthrough back on short as well. Magnum going to be flashed off the angle. You can already see the smokes be coming up here. The diffuser going to be starting. It does get denied. It's going to be dragged away. Monnier, something. PRX looking for... No way! Come off it! Come off it! You got 5 rounds. Relax a little. What are they up to?
It's always the same PRX underneath. It's just...
What is that?
The crazy thing is, it always almost looks like that's the plan, that's the call. Somebody's saying that. Like, I've got to reload. Oh, I'm going to knife him. I'm going to knife him.
Look at him. Look at him. Screaming. I can't believe it.
Well, that's how they kick off the second half.
Oh no, I'm nervous now. They're just going to do PRX things like...
Ooh.
Hello.
Not seen unconfirmed, but a ton of damage. Not him on yet.
Oh, God.
Mindfreak caught on, I don't know what he was caught on there. Have a smoke out, something?
I don't know, but he looked lost in the sauce. Monnier, fortunately, though, going to make up for it and kind of bail out the player by door as well. This is... Do you know what, Mike? I'll leave you to the analysis on this one.
There's action coming now.
No, look, it's time.
Plant's going to come through. Martin looking for something, but...
Find something.
Going to happen. Yeah, find something on the other end of it. The raid post up close to it. Just yet could do some damage.
And again, good damage. Oh dear. Falls to divide. These rounds are getting weird. Shin left in a 1v2. Can he make something out of it? He might just be able to. Something with a judge and Shin with a dream. He knows it. He knows he's close by. What the hell can Shin do? Oh, a nice try. Something. Making sure he's dead, by the way.
It's just cleared about 8 different angles in half a second here. It's such an awkward spot here underneath C site. But yeah, was Mindfree looking to smoke something? Because he's out in the middle of nowhere on
yeah,
B
just
side.
drifting.
If he'd just come out of sending a smoke somewhere. So it looked like he was reloading. But that was him just pulling back out the Bulldog.
Yeah, that was really weird on B. I don't know what happened. That whole round was just, you know, all out there. 8-6.
Carmichael looking to continue pressuring towards Mount here. It's a switch up, something on the other side of this.
Well, I don't feel like something's going to do some nasty work here.
He's hanging around.
Yeah, okay, just... Get
out!
Yay, run.
Get out!
What the hell is going on? A late smoke towards main, but they might just disrespect it. They know they can. Something down a little low, but he's still trying to be ferocious about this. Shin trying to play ahead of it, but it's Magnum to find him. Oh, Monnier with a belting shot on Martin. Still going to find value even just with that Sheriff. Where the hell's the rest of the squad, though?
For a crunch back through the door here, potentially. KC in the danger zone. As soon as this opens up, though, it's a 2-way street.
Magnum could get played in on this. It's Shin with the spam to catch him. And now the odds are looking less and less likely for PRX to close that gap, but you can never write these guys out. Shin just controlling on the site, though, really keeping a firm grip. Magnum denies the door. And the options for Mindfreak have pretty much dissipated with those last couple of kills.
Yeah, and going to be weird coming out of this round as well, because it's Monnier and Divide to have some credits left in the bank, but Casey's round win here almost gives them a huge opportunity to double down on this. Knocking on the door of double digits as well. First ult cycle just about coming on for a few members of Carmine. So yeah, Narrate 2 away, Shin 1 off the TP. Magnum and Martin about halfway. With something expecting to have the Blade Storm at least here, buying down to 550, and looks like actually, considering throwing everything in here, it's Forsakenness to concern that far away from the showstopper as well. He's only got a Sheriff. Switch up here from KC though.
Good luck, Divine.
There.
Is hightailing it away, which is probably the right call. Now, if you're Carmichael, you're still going to do somewhat of a diligent clear. You can't be too lackadaisical about it, but there's a pace to them. They want to get this early starting quite quickly. Going to note the player towards topside CT. There is a lot more there now. Narrate, though, going to take away something. He's just holding the line. He's willing for a fight. This guy's almost welcoming the fight. They haven't gone for the plant yet, so this is getting a little dicey, but they're holding for maybe this reaggress.
I know that PRX is going to try and pre-take the site here, but it's punished. It's picked apart by Carmine Corp. And it's a flawless round to find double digits. The money coming into question now for PRX.
Yeah.
We know there's no timeouts. There's no opportunity to take a breather. Carmine Corp really starting to dial up the pressure here.
Well, I feel like this echoes back to almost our starting point of this entire matchup. It's the question of form. We've seen what PRX can look like in map 1 when it's terrifying, when they are in that full fight and flight mode, just flying at you across the map. And here, missing a little bit in that regard, whereas KC starting to hit towards where they'd want. Late swing comes out and they're hunting them down. Already PRX not going to take the foot off the gas by any means. Didn't get the connections they want, while also this drift from...
Oh
dear. Vi's got to be careful, though.
Yeah, no chance to get that weapon cycled across. Should have a ton of information of how much presence there was towards C. PRX haven't necessarily rotated just yet. But now, actually, yeah, the rifle is retrieved, so Monnier has that in hand now.
Bring them down.
And with the loss of Magnum, there is a chance for some of these flanks to work, maybe, but they've decided against it, right? Opting against. Side's going to get cleared. No one there. Backfilling that space, though, you're going to see something try and maybe thread the needle, but look at the spike. Look where it's heading.
Hook, line,
Great
and
read.
sinker.
Great read here.
Yeah, PRX have taken the bait. And enough time will pass here where they have a chance to at least get back on, as long as KC are quick about this plan. Yeah, finally coming through. An open plant towards Mound. And plenty of opportunities. Shin now in a position to play spoiler. Ooh, a glance from something, but not noted.
4 through door, though. That's a lot of players there. Martin this time in the position Magnum was in before, but again, they don't have the weaponry to really close this down. You can see that late look does get handled, but they've had no success elsewhere. I'm just eyeing up Monnier. Hold on, I'm eyeing up Monnier. What is this man up to? He's got to beat Martin, and he's got to do it fast. Yeah, absolutely not. What is the plan here? There's no time for this. This feels...
Wait. Is there time for this? No, it's not.
No.
Close, but no cigar.
Woo!
Yeah, not even. I thought it was way more than that.
I know.
I was like, yeah, no, he's like a
he's
second
right.
off here. Huh? KC find 11 though.
Bloody hell,
yeah.
What a game. This is... Got a little close, didn't it?
Yeah. A little touch and go. I mean, if anything else happens here and it's Martin to fall first, then actually that divide pays off.
Yeah, right. Go back in, this time with a buy though. Just coming out for PRX, but still, it's sticking the landing. That's been the hard part. TP gets taken and committed to, so you're going to have Shin towards CT. He can confirm site's clear. Just got to be careful over towards that waterfall side. Seeker's going to come through as the answer as well. So Plant going to be going down uncontested.
Pressure's going to be coming back through spawn here. The paranoia a little off kilter. And Shin will punish. Second touch is beautiful, but he's found it.
Shin is just unleashing. Oh, that's stunning from Shin. 3 back-to-back. Full control in CT. He fancied a bit more, didn't he? But something going to quell that aggression. Puts him into a 3v2, but again, they don't have step to sight. They don't have the ability to clear these deeper position players. And I wonder if Magnum might have caught an audio cue or two there. But still, this is looking like 12. Carmine Corp maybe giving us a game here. Hoping map 3 could be that highlight between these two. As Narrate does take away Mind Freak. There's just no mercy in these players. After map 1, after what was being done to them, they've come back with an answer.
but a much more convincing map victory it will feel like as well.
Yes.
I mean, Eng saying, you know, yeah, you don't know what to do. We don't know what to do versus a team like this. We've never been tested like this. To still come out of map 1 with a 13-10 and then play like this on Lotus.
Sure.
You've got to be feeling fantastic.
Puts faith back in the system, doesn't it? Stepping up to the plate here. This map, you could argue, was one of the crowning jewels of their map pool throughout regular play, but still, actually might get a bit of a fight here. First time we're seeing a bit more pressure put in by PRX over towards this rubble side. So Carmine Core may not get the complete run of the house. They absolutely don't. Forsaken going to take down Shin. Not going to get
Oh my
oh my god, there's a lot of players. Only going to get
so
one.
much damage.
But he can't make it away. Martin, yes, left low. Narrate down low. And something is behind him. Martin, excellent work from him. Heads up work from Martin. And now there was one. Monye with a judge and 3 players.
Yeah, not going to get played in either.
No.
Have to try and recover a weapon here. Fully reset for the 1v3 elsewhere. And Martin down to 56, Narrate on 42. Definitely a chance. I mean, he's got the right read on this as well. He's going to be in a position pretty close by when this plant does come through.
Yeah, he's not a million miles away. That doesn't really help matters for him.
Oh, he's going to be on the outside of it, though. Oh, my God.
Huh?
Where did that just go?
I don't know, but Monye's got him played in here. That's a freebie! And now there's problem. Oh, Martin! He's caught him. He just got a grip on him at the end there, because there was a window of chance.
Scalp to really claim. And what an accolade it will be.
Oh, yeah.
To come out on top in an elimination game. PRX starting off slow here, the Prowler. Will identify presence here. Again, really eyes on Magnum to be that mid-round swing for KC in this composition.
And
yeah,
look
the fault
at
line's
that pitch.
perfect.
But still, they get damage done, to be fair, but it feels like they were able to at least keep some alive. That looked almost like a death wish going through. Sight looking at least able to have a plant towards it, but the pop flash through the smoke was so good. Lovely work from Narrate there. There's just one left alive. Paint shell could be good, actually. Gonna leave him scrambling. Yeah, there's opportunity. But the one player who's not affected is really Shin. All eyes. Oh, perfect. Come on, you got to get a bomb. Show me something. Oh, I believed for a moment there with the HP being lower. A chance beckoned. Wasn't to be. Carmine Core going to get the first here.
The problem is, with this composition, KC have so many opportunities to re-engage, to catch your timing, catch PRX off guard. In round 1, definitely already an indication of that. PRX got to have their wits about them. Like you said, in that chaos, able to get a trade back, but so there's just a ton of utility to work with here. Might be a little bit of an exchange here towards A main. It's orb retrieved here. Monye. He's back on the raise again, and questions about just how turbulent some of these composition changes are.
It must be brutal as a player to be kind of, you know, almost getting whiplash from this sort of back and forth role-wise. But again, Monye map 1 was exceptional. Really highlight credit to his capability. But map 2, I mean, wasn't exactly the headline star, but they've actually got themselves a site here.
Look where Monye's got himself into as well. Tucked into market.
Still waiting.
Tamazi. Good timing on the reveal here. Gonna have his hands full. Gotta be careful.
Yeah. Did he hear anything as he considered it? Yeah, I think he's very aware. No naughtiness here.
Spike planted.
Now, all of the PRX players are going to be locked on that site.
Here.
Any kit, one paranoia. Oh. No uncertainty about that. Forsaken falls. This is just going to get very difficult. They can't really springboard off the back of that utility either. Yeah, just outgunned, overwhelmed. 5 alive, and a defuse on the board.
And tough for Monnier, really gets himself into a very dangerous position here, but weaponry and well played by Tomasi to back up, concede once again, which has been the approach time and time again for Carmine Corp. Allow this Paper X play style to really fizzle out.
One enemy remaining.
Looking clinical on the retake. I'll throw some weapons in the mix now. Rifles for Paper X. See what they can get done. And proactivity potentially here from KC. Confirmation on the other side now. Martin. Oh, Tomasi unchecked though.
To consider it, surely, right? I feel like they're not going to continue on that pathing, but a little bit of a glance there from Martin. Not going to see anything, so kind of frees him up in position, right? Store comes in towards short. Shin going to hear enough that he notes there's more than one player here. Raul is not finding some of the players in the corner, but it doesn't matter. Top middle is the end goal, and Martin's waiting. They actually outdo him there. A nice opportunity, but it closes, and Shin just going to try and play forward. Paranoia landed, but
still nearly wins
yeah,
it.
thought he had that one. Not the case. Paper X. 5 standing, couple of them lower, but it's going to be Tomasi the first to draw blood. Something on the trade out, and now Narrate sweeps his way through middle.
It's a 2v3 Magnum if he can win out here, but traded by Forsaken. Now Narrate finds himself in a 1v2. Forsaken tagged up something at 72 HP as well.
Narrate's been good. He's been very good, and Forsaken has to respect that.
Look at the respect being shown, yeah.
No one's on stairs or close by. Considers main now, considers lane. He's going through all those options. Just a flash to try and get him on the cross there, but Forsaken, I think, was unaffected by it. So just sits fine, plays patient, and you're right, it was respect being shown there and knowing who you're up against.
Only 2 rifles maintained through this, but Monnier, great progress towards the showstopper here. And KC in a position really with, I guess, some of this utility invested towards short. They know it's a fake. KC know that this is the plan all along. Martin looking to potentially get a little aggressive towards mid.
Tomasi, time to run, and he's quite alone here. Oh, the backup! Perfect timing from Martin, holding them at the door. This is nice from him. Starting to heat up throughout this series, starting to find his footing. These international events looking much better. Now Tomasi gets to play back in once that pressure got taken away. 3 in this round. Wants a 4th, gets a 4th. Flawless for Carmine Core in map 3.
Said Magnum really the power player in this composition. Going to apply so much supportive utility to both sides in this position towards Fountain, towards Spawn, and another example already.
One enemy remaining.
Martin just really coming into his own now.
How did you see that last one?
Good.
Yeah, you are.
Almost fell off the stage. Don't worry.
So many 4K moments.
I know, this game should provide.
Who was it seen the breach toyed with elsewhere?
Right there.
I mean, 4 rounds have passed.
Right
Magnum
there.
has 6 assists. You can already see in some of these situations just how much value that pick can have.
I want to see if they start getting a little bit more creative here. Got to be careful in this sort of round though. Narrate's really sticking to this fight. Didn't want to back away, but has to be cautious. The sheriffs are out, and that rifle would have been a prized possession to bring into the clutches, but slow work in middle and a pop flash to follow. That's what I like to see. Just that tempered aggression every now and then thrown in. A dash of it. Controls mid, and Narrate feeling this, confident now, willing to fight and willing to win. 2 big picks. Even Mindfreak and Forsaken not really in a position to make much of this. Losing 1 in mid and 2 by aim main doesn't give you a great deal of forward play here. Magnum
One enemy remaining.
got it too. It was Shin in the end to actually claim it. He's all assists.
Mindfreak, a 1v5 with a Bulldog. Looking like it might be another flawless, and it is. Speaking of recurring trends,
Yeah.
flawless so far by KC. Barring that one blip in round 3. Feeling very, very comfortable for them. Ultimate's coming online now for PRX. Forsaken, Monye, and something. Divide one off the TP as well, but on the other side, I think Carmine as well. Blade Storm, the null command, something to really shut down a fast execute. Obviously, Monye's showstopper a concern in that regard as well, if Narate is in range.
And willingness to challenge here. Martin unafraid. Take a little bit of a fight. He does have, of course, Magnum there with him, but it's not just one side of the map, it's both. This is dangerous. And now, Monye's got to know there's something over here. What the hell was that? The Paranoia is going to go. Was one of the players ahead of it. I'm waiting to see. Oh my God! Oh, come off him! What is going on? Monye flies through the air, finds all three of them, and the site's theirs! I can't believe it!
Remaining.
This guy is just unreal. What a round from him!
A flawless in response. The null command actually gets popped there. I'm not sure of the exact timing. The showstopper went off, right? Did he get an extra boost in midair from the showstopper being shot down?
Maybe. Show me this again.
Fire in the hole!
He did, yeah, he got an extra boost off it. That is wild.
That.
Almost like a second satchel.
Yeah.
Last!
That laugh is terrifying. That scared me to my core. What a way to nullify that confidence, put him back. Potentially a good position to work forward. Martin just got caught at the end of that. That's going to remove his ability to find impact and maybe paint a little picture of the adjustment he was going for on short.
Something will be rewarded here. And these reclearances through our main started around 30 seconds in here. Like you said, KC happy to post up for these fights. Tomazi lucky to get away. Something creeping closer and closer. PRX almost attempted to take both sides here. Magnum will finally fall.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Some more space cleared through here for PRX. Information garnered on the back of that as well.
Oh God, do it again! Do it again! Oh, something falls away. They've opened up a bit of space here. 3v3. Mind Freak needs to fill that void, and he does it well. What can these players do, though? Shin down low.
Last
Takes it.
player standing.
Okay, that probably wasn't the plan, but Tomasi just going to follow suit, falls, and PRX keeping 3 alive, and just springboarding off the back of that flawless round.
They've beautifully done. An opportunity to fight their way back in. I think maybe Shin thinking that Tomasi had cut enough audio that he could get away with such a TP. Oh, that's where the first comes onto Magnum.
Oh, see that jumping shot. Yeah, that's lovely.
Came straight out of 2021, that peak. Wrong agent,
Enemy remaining.
but something still making it work.
What is up?
Carmine Core pumping the brakes right back in. Interesting to see that dynamic shift there.
The approach is for PRX again. Spike not committed, so it makes me feel as if it's going to be a slow approach here. Try and put this operator into the mix. Oh, well, to say that. Monye's all the way up short now.
Yeah.
Boombot will go in, but won't spot Narate, but a wide swing will. Narate caught completely off guard by this aggression.
And Tomasi, I just invested that, so you're going to be off with the timing a little, maybe feeling a false sense of security as PRX are just around that corner. Something clearing as he goes. Worried about CT, but it's Tomasi close by. That Prowler is very indicative of presence. He knows they're on the way. Bailout. Martin going to find the mid presence. Monye falls. Tomasi didn't get that timing right. Divide already over towards lane, and the site will be waving PRX's banner as the plant's going to come in uncontested here.
Spike
Still got somebody disconnected as well. A couple more players, something. The operator posting up here, who wins out. It's Martin to find another pick.
Yeah, this guy's on it. Gonna lean on in, he needs help. Oh, I thought he had that. I thought he might have had it. Forsaken's trying to hit up though in a 1v1. Forsaken up against Magnum. Forsaken's read him. He's ahead of it. Oh, he's just done him in. Forsaken gonna bring that scoreline right back up. Carmine Core thought they had maybe this map on wrap, but it's absolutely not the case. 3 in a row now. Hard to handle the aggression from Monnier coming out. The rest of the team starting to heat up. We're seeing PRX find their footing.
A couple of crucial kills from Martin here. Winning out on that operator 1v1. So just completely caught off guard by Mindfreak's position, I believe. Nonetheless, KC doing everything right on the way back into that retake.
And it's no difference. Rinse, repeat. This time, Martin reads. Starting to calibrate what's going on in these rounds. Starting to assess what they're up against. But it's not just one attempt, it's 2, potentially 3 more presents on short. Martin, has he got more? Not this time. Shin now left wondering, do I swing it, do I wait? But the Prowler goes past, but Device still checks. Just such good heads-up work. Narrate can only do so much. And even against numbers, Mike, they break through on short again.
I don't know if something thinks he picked up the spike here, but...
He hasn't.
Well, no,
good.
The TP comes through regardless. Mindfreak will find the killing blow. And PRX their 5th. You see, putting Martin into that position to try and take this engagement. He's trying to counterbalance that early round aggression, but PRX able to follow through. Curious what sort of adjustment we'll see from KC, whether or not they start following through with some of this utility at the start of the round, denying some of this space, because KC have been relying on some sort of indicator. Relying on PRX to show presence first, and trying to play very reactive based on Magnum's utility.
This looks good. Yeah, Monnier just sweeps past Narrate, decides there's lots more present on towards short, though that could prove a problem on the cross with the spike potentially, but yeah, door's gonna be shut, so there's gonna be that safety net put into place. Plant's now down, and already in a 5v4, this is difficult to play back into.
Well, Martin's found an open, and he's found a second. Divide will fall. Numbers advantage now.
Absorbing all issues from the... What are you up to, something? What do you think you're doing? And Shin is there, converting on towards Mindfreak. Where is this final player? Forsaken. They flood him. Carmine Core should never have had that round.
It looked wraps, but Martin with the Sheriff.
Thrifty.
Picks apart PRX. Converts a MasterCard Thrifty. And ties things up 5 apiece.
And it felt almost frenzied from something to jump back into that.
I mean, he was back on another one of those jump peaks. Get Mindfreak in a position that's not considered, but strength in numbers here for KC on the back of Martin's heroics.
And Martin was one of the missing pieces of the KC puzzle in some of their weaker games. If he had an off game, it wasn't quite feeling the same, but he's starting to spark a little here. But again, that was a round in a drought. Shin's got to evacuate. Early utility going to force that open engagement. And Martin waiting, this guy's been on it. Does he get another chance here? He can't stick around too long. Does have to finally relinquish. And, well, that was an attempt from Monnier, but there's too much presence there.
Hang on, the ping comes through onto Shin. A ton of reveals going through, but it's actually Narrate to find the spam. The null command's popped as well.
This is just
Spike's
such
not down yet.
a bloody battle. Both sides just taking chunks out of each other. It's only Mindfreak left alive, and you're right. There was no plant. He doesn't even have the time on his side. He's looking for a fair fight, and he's not going to get too many of them. That opportunity probably just slipping away with Magnum now getting support, and Martin just puts the cherry on the cake. KC back in the lead now.
Round before the switch.
As well, Mindfreak's got the pit there. Nobody from PRX able to get the plant down, and obviously once that pit comes through, it's that blanket of security. KC able to get ahead of the curve here. Again, the doors removed so quickly that, was it 3 players huddled onto switch here?
Looked like
Let's go. Keep the energy up. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Nice shit.
nice stuff.
Clawed their way back in here, and a chance to actually flip this on its head, get themselves a 7-5 half. weaponry available for PRX. Do have the pit as mentioned, but no other tools.
What a close affair, but Martin could get his opportunity to shine again. Playing towards middle here.
Here.
I think noting presence. There is late pressure towards A main potentially as well. This is hard to read, hard to gamble on. But does Martin get his play in? Doesn't look like it just yet. It might be Tomasi. Again, how do you read this? You've noted a lot now towards that B side of the map.
Surely Tomasi committed towards this anchor once again on B. Happy to throw him up for the slaughter, and timing this time. Not sure if the rotation will come through. Still KC sticking to a 3-man hold on A site. I mean, Tomasi just needs to, one and done really is enough for him.
Yeah.
In this situation.
He can get the help from the TP, right? That's not too surprising.
30 seconds left.
But can he get any help on the cross? They're backing. Look at the spike. Look where the spike's going.
Not a lot of time for this.
No,
I mean, they have players on site, so they know that the plant's not coming on B. If somebody can get across the A site and deny,
they're going
come off on short.
Yeah, Magnum, this is it, that's stall.
That is
this
huge.
Be everything, Magnum! That's everything they needed! What a moment for Magnum! Carmine Core keeping this in their favor.
Absolutely ridiculous. And because nothing else has really gone on in this round, Magnum has everything to close the door on short. PRX getting lost in the clock here.
Bam.
I thought KC were potentially going to be behind this. But it's absolutely beautiful.
That's dreamy for Magnum there, isn't it? So they keep the lead on the half. 7-5. It's a close. Unless we get OT.
See how KC look to apply his composition in the second half here. Martin is revealed here. Well, maybe a little bit of a miscommunication. I don't think anybody else was spotted. Only him marked. So we're going to force a rotation early on. We'll draw out a smoke on A main. So does Monnier looking to shoulder that. A bit of a standoff here. The 60-second marker approaches. KC drift towards what looks like a B site execute here for the pistol.
High flash for the front part of sight. C's did come in, didn't connect. Narrate then going to try and reveal who's towards the back of the site itself, and he's going to get one, so they don't quite know about who is it. It's Forsaken. Yeah, that's a surprise. They didn't get the information on. Great trade for Narrate, but Mindfreak now takes that time to play out. Really playing with the push and pull of the round, and the cross now isn't safe. The support's here. Martin trying to clear back in, spike back in hand, but for 25 seconds, where are you going to go?
I mean, this is exactly the same amount of time that was left on the clock for PRX to make the same rotation in the last round of the first half. Martin tagged up down to 51, Shin at 74, but they might just get the plant ahead of Mindfreak here.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, they're going to get the plant down. Mindfreak close, but not close enough. 40 HP,
Spike planted.
but he's here. He's going to spot one.
Spotted.
And now has to peel away for a second. I think right choice to wait for something to get close enough by to maybe work on some of the picks they get potentially. I think that door got shut. What do they do about it now? Spamming out towards CT. You can hear the door going down. Shin turns his attention, spots him. Sharp, clean work. Carmine Corp starting off the second half here with a bang.
Getting enough damage done to make something, and Mindfreak's chances of closing this out, I guess flipping this back in their favor, a little too difficult. Carmine Corp very cautious of PRX starting off the second half explosively.
One enemy remaining.
Always got to be the consideration for them. To win this one out in the end. Gonna switch up here, just Tomasi towards B. Information gather towards mid and outside B main, but nothing confirmed just yet. Door of A site wide open though. just divide over towards short. We tuck behind the smoke now.
They've pretty much cleared everything else, so they should be pretty heads up that short was the only pressure point. But a late plant has allowed for rotation to come in. They've got it down now. PRX make anything of this. The two sheriffs I'm keeping my eyes on with Mindfreak and Divide. They're going to get themselves into that smoke. They've at least crossed that first threshold, and the tap of the spike reveals the position. No chance to really close down on the two players in hell, so Divide, the only one to draw blood. Mindfreak now, last one to try and pull something across the line, but not getting much play. Yeah, this is looking done for. Yeah, cool. Carmine caught. Convert the second.
Into the third round as well. Decent inventory. A couple of rifles on the board. Martin going to be the one to lead the charge here. Threw away from the Blade Storm as well, so good early progress. PRX need to answer back. Need an early response from them. KC already knocking on the door of double digits. Looks like it might be exactly the same setup here.
Flashbang. Cover going out.
Now, do PRX look to explore outside B main? I mean, with the Odin, you'd imagine not in the hands of Forsaken. A three-man stack towards A site behind this Viper wall. But Mindfreak suppressed, actually. Martin looking to close the gap as well.
Well, that's a little uncomfortable there. Yeah, just about kind of evading detection on the other side of it. But Monnier going to be feeling that scrutiny on the side, though. Playing behind Dice, he's got to be careful that they couldn't creep up towards Gen, but...
Look at this, though. KC getting very aggressive towards short here.
On the other side, though, that flash looking very good there. There's the retake towards short. Monnier turns attention and keeps his life. Mindfreak keeping him safe. And PRX really dealing with that very unorthodox pressure very well.
Yeah, felt very comfortable for PRX to back up here. KC making the right noises, getting aggressive towards short, pushing all the way through tree, but unable to convert that. I think it's a crucial kill here from Monnier. Yeah, Shin TP in the open. Sure, we thought he was going to get across the wine there, but
Nice, boys. Let's go, boys. We are back, one back, one back, one back.
little bit of a slip up.
It's a good opportunity, though, and if you're PRX, you'll take it with both hands. A lot of the earlier round, got to say, Carmine have been having their way, really, though. There hasn't been much play back in. Now, starting to see maybe at least a test towards A main, but that's it. And just jump spotting towards middle. Be something. It does look like a 3-2 split again towards this A site. Difference being you've got Divide towards Wine. You're going to have a little bit of an adjusted setup here, but the close down going to try and come in. Martin gets dealt with. Quelled and slowed down, and Monnier not really backing away either. Still keeping them both in their place, and Mindfreak just demolishing them on short. The sport's here. They're down to 2 and they know where both of them are.
The Magnum and Shin left to try and recover this now. Ton of damage done. Still 4 standing for PRX. The Magnum's going to try and find something elsewhere on the map, but
He actually might
just find something. Yeah, he's already made his way across towards B. Shin spotted here with a jump peek as well. PRX looking very, very well coordinated here in the second half, Lauren.
Yeah. Bye-bye. He found him.
Spike down.
Not in the way he wanted, I'm sure, but Shin now forced to save. There's no good outcome for him in that scenario. But yeah, this is looking different now. PRX starting to get a little bit more of a read, it feels like, a little bit more comfort here. So his first couple of rounds, it was rather uncomfortable viewing. PRX closing the gap here. Shin
10 seconds left.
Shadows traveling.
keeping the rifle in hand. 5 more seconds. He'll get out with what he came in with, 7. Oh dear. Oh dear, don't go that side. Something's there, something's there. Shin keeps it, but that was getting a little scary as well.
Yeah.
9-7, Mike. We've had 2 now consecutive rounds. That has forced Carmine Core into a timeout.
I think PRX will have the upper hand in terms of these first ultimates coming online as well, but another example of a very comfortable hold on A side here, particularly towards short, where the focal point seems to be for Carmine Court. There's Monnier on the other side of this as well to counterbalance that, shutting down.
Switch up this time. Gonna see, I mean, maybe not particularly a switch up. Something does generally play towards middle, but at the very start, still trying to support Forsaken here. Early utility, that's a problem. Martin just about gets in front of it and tries to keep his head down,
Somehow.
not to be connected on. And that's a lot of information, and that's, again, no damage. Ooh, what? He just slingshot over it? This is ridiculous. Something's still alive, but he's nervous, and you know why? He's just seen a whole lot of players coming towards his site. Has his ult, has Monnier, and he's just popped his ult as well.
Spike's down on lane.
Oh god, that's a problem. Devi's gonna at least isolate that final man, Tomasi. They have no idea where he is.
Enemy remaining.
Hello? Turn around! Tomasi doesn't need to overcook this. He gets out of the way of the paint shell. And now a fair 1v1.
He's got his reveal back as well.
This is everything. You can see Monnier tries to evade it, tries to keep undetected. Tomasi so close to the corner. Monnier's got him. PRX take another step closer.
Right down to the wire though. Tomasi slipping the net. And it's perfect timing here. Monnier, 2 ridiculous kills to stop this pressure flooding all the way down lane towards site, bailing something out. PRX bring it within 1 now. Carmine Core back on a purchase. With that investment in the previous, you got to say the advantage now lies with them in terms of the ultimates. Something on an operator. Noted very early on in the round. Tomasi commanding a lot of this space over towards B. I guess with the operator showing his hand early on, they feel like maybe something's rotated elsewhere. KC will stack up outside B's site. We'll show it to the Prowler. Well, the C's actually landed there.
Yeah, that's really lucky timing to slow this down. And the follow-up, especially on the rate of all players, is so fortunate. Something going to smoke or get smoked off on the cross. And look at the dart here with Forsaken! The immovable object! Something dips his toes in, catches Magnum. But now there's Counter-Strike back. They start flooding back, winning these fights. PRX, that flash, they've got to try and make the most of it. That was so good. Tomasi invest in the ult with the flank. Look at Monnier getting a step or two closer, but the eyes have turned. Tomasi, the penny dropped, the plant's in, but does he consider it? There's the swing. Oh, it's exceptional from Tomasi, and something will be surely forced to save here.
Wow.
Surely.
He's going back in for this. Feeling confident, down to 500 credits, not an awful lot left in the bank. Not revealed up, but gonna try and find the kill onto Tomasi. No, thinks better of it now. What a ridiculous opener from Forsaken though. And even with all of that success, still KC steady the ship and find themselves double digits here on map 3. I've got to see that again from Forsaken's POV.
Yeah. I want to see the whole round again. Just it felt so.
The C's lands it, it completely takes the punch out of this execution. He then shuts down Narrate.
Who had his ult, by the way, going at that point. Here we go. Oh, counter ult comes out, and he read it. He was so ready for it.
So ready.
Spike down B.
That's wild.
It's one of those random shorty purchases that you're just like, wow.
Maybe. Oh, Tomasi had a round 2.
Yeah.
That kind of pressure he brought over towards Market, taking that space away, making them so uncomfortable for the retake. So valuable there. That's unlocked 10 on the board for Casey. Double digits is huge. PRX got to start firing up here. This is tournament life. This is everything. And that's what they needed. Monnier gives them 2. Backs away. That's Martin. That's Narrate gone again. That's with a stinger. Yeah, they get the sight, but
we talked about him being completely unfazed previously. Tomasi though, turn this back on his head.
Vengeance served, but still tipped again in the favor of PRX with that kill from Something coming out. Plant is ticking though. Something's gonna get a rifle as well. That's in play.
Right there.
They gotta start moving here. Magnum turns his attention. That could be an issue. That could be an opening. Forsaken didn't note it. Oh, Magnum! Is this your moment to shine?
Got a stun.
Mind Freak only has a classic. Can he evade the stun? Mind Freak gets the upgrade, gets the rifle, and now they get this extended 1v1. One side now locked off. It's not what he wanted there, but Magnum now feeling the pressure. He's closing him down. Ringer, Rosie. Magnum playing with it. Oh, it's perfect. Magnum getting Casey up to 11. Oh, leading in game by example here.
Absolutely ice cold from Magnum. Played to perfection. Mindfreak, a little bit of a fumble on the snake bite, but nonetheless. And all of these rounds just seem to start with big wins for PRX. Big wins.
Forsaken in the last round. You had Monyet this round. How much more can they do? They're giving you 2 at the very start. It's showing that depth of Casey.
Give me one. Let's go.
They're getting pumped up. They might have PRX on the ropes here, but let's find out. Still a good purchase to play with this time around for PRX. They've got to make this count. The pressure is quick. Narrate off to a good start, but there it is. Forsaken again on the bailout. He'll get you 2 if he can, but Martin answers back. Look at what remains now.
Look at
Mindfreak on beat, and you're right. Monier's up in spawn. What a switch around of positions.
KC slow things down now. They've equalized the head count. Desperate to find another piece of information, another scrap sent out by PRX. And they're waiting for PRX to walk around the map.
They're waiting for that reaggress that
Yep.
Devi, I mean, he's not actively doing it. He's kind of repositioned towards B because they're putting a lot of faith in Monier's position. Obviously, short is open, but that's something you'll have to respond to.
I think Tomasi was just calling.
Oh, Devi! 1-for-1 trade. There's still a player on B.
No
Again,
way. No
there's
way
no way they've
Magnum
read that.
catches. No
Last
way he
player
catches top mid
standing.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, not a chance in hell, Monier. Mindfreak, and another 2K coming out from Forsaken. Gonna keep PRX in touching distance. KC aren't out of the woods just yet. Look at that run of rounds. 3 on the trot, the break back through from KC, and an instant correction. How's the money looking for Carmine Core?
Well, look too pretty. I mean, 2 away from the Blade Storm, so an opportunity potentially, but... The tension's rising here on map 3. Only SMGs to work with here for Carmine Court. If you Monnier, definitely an opportunity
Great
for something,
start.
yeah. Shut down Martin off the rip. No chance of converting that Stinger into the Blade Storm this round now.
Big opportunity for PRX here. Get a clean round, keep the weapons up, start taking back that momentum. This is huge. Cross should be catched. Yeah, perfect. Devi! Oh, and the adjust, really nice. No threats this time. Narrate, you got 1. But with 18 HP and a Stinger and no upgrade close to touch, I think he knows this one is not going to be the round to make the impact in.
The pings on the minimap already. I mean,
That's
something's
nice.
going to hear it now.
Lovely.
All right, looking for the round the world to try and find a cheeky kill, maybe an upgrade elsewhere, but
But this is game back on, Mike.
yeah.
This is 10. They've got ults coming online. They've got rifles coming out. They've got Carmine Core back just not under the heel, but this close by. Oh,
PRX, I guess, off the start of this round. An advantage here in terms of the ultimates. Look at the right side of the scoreboard here. Yes, Carmine Core on the brink.
this is such a key round.
It looks like the pit might actually lock down A main here.
How do they respond?
Yeah, cause Carmine Core to reconsider. At least reconsider at plan A in this round. You see something counterbalance this with the operator on short.
But Monier just walked middle. What? That was a really bold play to bring out there. Maybe he felt he had that support from short, but didn't get what he wanted, and that puts a problem towards B.
Yeah, Forsaken's going to have his hands full here.
He has been good for 2.
Something's got the cross.
Don't
He's
turn
giving it
away.
up.
Don't turn away. Go back to business. There it is. Finds Tomasi. That's got to be so revealing. Oh my God. Oh, another one. Something. Perfect. Ult now triggered. And he actually
doesn't get
evades
stunned.
Magnum. That's massive. Forsaken. Teed up and knocks them down.
Spike down.
It's everything you would have wanted for them. And now Martin being hunted down. How
30
much
seconds
resilience can one man have? Not enough. Something reading it well, checking back on that cross, and it all falling into place.
I can't believe they've tied this up. 11 apiece now.
In the 11th hour, they do it.
And Carmine Core rocked in terms of the finances as well. Such fine margins here. Something giving up the cross, coming back to it, catching Shin on the second peak. Forsaken delivering time and time again as this B-side anchor. Back down to SMGs, a Blade Storm to work with this time around. Paper X don't look like they're letting their foot off the gas at all in terms of aggression. A 4-man probe outside A here to get the orb.
But it is an adjustment, right? They're not playing actively on the site right now. They're leaving Mind Freak towards CT. That is the only adjustment we're seeing here. They're allowing this space, maybe having enough faith in this ult. And these players, oh, it's so good.
Narrate.
The timing on that, obscene.
As soon as Narrate popped the ult as well.
Every time he pops his ult, it's just cursed, but Martin gonna get one back. Smokes off, maybe give them a chance on the res here too. This buys time, and it's critical. And now, PRX don't have that next springboard. How do they get to the site? This was with Stingers, Spectres, Sheriffs, and an ult. Where is that next layer? Here it is, here it comes. Martin gonna be noted, he is in danger. Can he somehow weather the storm? No. Forsaken puts him away. Now, 4 on the site, something on the clear. Mind Freak joins in, PRX starting to sweep the site. Down to Magnum, down to Shin. Mind Freak again, that's his side, but Shin can't do enough. PRX gonna put themselves up to 12. This game is ridiculous. Almost giving KC a glimmer of what that 12th round would have looked like.
They had
and
a
taking
taste,
it away.
A taste, just a whiff of finding themselves on series point here, but it's PRX to snatch away the hopes and dreams. What was that adjustment from something there?
Oh, here we go.
Starting to get fired up.
More of that. But they're not done yet. There's a buy still here for Carmine Core. This is not done yet, but that's big information. Martin, though, a lifeline given for Carmine Core off the back of his start. That is everything they needed, but with this man still standing, there is no safety. He could still change around. Does he read it again? The adjustment, not wanting to play from the catwalk itself, considering maybe they already thought about it, but it's his presence again. He is the one that gatekeeps this round. He needs to hold this angle. He needs to catch 1, 2. Is he ready for this? Are they ready for this? You can see Mind Freak moving closer as well. Starting to get curious.
See just how close it is. Something gives it up.
The timing! The timing!
What?
I thought he was going to... Mind Freak not going to be able to do much more. Martin is absolutely activating here. And it's all on Forsaken.
Where are you?
A 1v4. And Jort, this deserves OT. And Martin, the hero of the hour, the hero of Carmine Core, getting them up to 12. And of course this game was going OT.
Switching sides.
Absolutely
Overtime.
fitting end to this map 3 in this series overall. Martin on the brink of 30 here, digging so deep. And KC just demonstrating such a solid understanding of how PRX are playing in some of these mid-rounds. A blank slate here. Round 25, operator in hand for something. KC back on the defense now.
What a great game.
Absolute banger.
Man, you couldn't ask us anything better than this. OT now. Something. Ooh, careful, Martin. Forced away. That gives something the angle. And are you shouldering that? Are you serious? Underestimating something when given that information is a critical error.
And Magnum still positioned towards Pizza, but PRX very quickly disengaged. Spike not committed just yet, so PRX looking to just find these picks. Tomazzi lucky to escape with his life here. Actually gets a tag onto something. Down to 80 HP.
Get him, buddy.
There was going to be a stun coming through from Magnum there, but they pulled the rotation. Look at the minimap. KC stacking the chips towards B site.
This is a great adjustment. Now the knife does reveal the, the horrible reality of the scenario if you're a Carmine Core fan that, well, they're not coming B anymore. But they weren't quick on the uptake. They didn't overly dive into here, but the site will be theirs regardless. Do they go for almost the pre-take or do they wait? I think they're gonna have to now. Monnier very close by here. Gonna get himself propped up on Gen. Jamasi looking, maybe set something in motion here.
Send the C's through first. But actually doesn't catch it, doesn't even go over the wall.
Now that could have been big too. The paranoia is going to go through, but it's something to find Narrate. Swing on in, Divine stands and conquers. Monnier seals it. First in OT is PRX's.
Switching sides. Match point.
And a punch to the gut of KC, who fought tooth and nail to take this all the way to overtime. Something really starting to heat up now with this operator.
He's a big game player.
Undeniable value found by him.
Big timeout just came in. I just caught a glimpse of it.
Drawing blood first in overtime. But back on the defense now. Same setup, or similar once again from Carmine Core. Well, actually, does the combo catch? No, it doesn't. Actually, finally, Monnier punished in this position. It's been so difficult to dislodge him from there.
Oh, he's been near on prolific at his damage. How many rounds? 2 kills, 3, just impact. So a great adjustment and a really strong read. But there's bodies behind this, Mike. It's not just Monnier. They still have 2 other players, which I don't know if they're expecting that. But now, probably a lot of utility going to reveal who's present on this site.
Again, the other switch up being Forsaken over towards A site. Look at the amount of space that Mind Freak has.
Yeah, huge.
A ton of information. But Defy and Forsaken almost committed towards a site hold here. There's no getting out for the retake.
No, you've got to stand. You've got to try and hold that ground. Martin's in, but he didn't get what he wanted. Switching out to the shorty is Defy and Forsaken, racking up bodies. They've held them back. They're on the verge. I can't believe it. PRX keeping hope alive for themselves.